no mobile phone, so we do apologise for the audio, and we think Barry's about ready to go.
The reason that Hawley's here is about the incident that happened early in the game with Brent Staker, not really about the incident that happened with the fence a little bit later on. So if we can just stick mainly towards that, and Roos can open up with it.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming. I think the purpose of today, I spoke to Barry this morning, and he was very, very keen to come this afternoon. I mean, we understand, everyone's seen the incident, it was caught on television, obviously, and as a footy club, we know it's unacceptable. Barry understands it's completely unacceptable. As I said, he was very keen to come this afternoon and answer any questions in relation to the incident.
Barry, tell us, what's your recollection of the event with Brent Staker? What went through your head?
Look, I suppose there was a bit of frustration. Certainly a lot of frustration there. It was just a reaction sort of thing. Certainly watching the vision afterwards, it looked terrible. And as Roos said, it was unacceptable. I certainly didn't mean to hit him high or anything like that, or to cause damage the way I did, and him sit off the rest of the game. But the thing is, it did, and it shouldn't happen in the first place. You shouldn't put yourself in that position. So, look, I'll cop that in the chin, and whatever the tribunal come up with, it's got to cop.
How angry were you, though, as yourself after such a good swing record by you?
Yeah, look, I suppose it's an ongoing thing that, if you've got a bit of a reputation about something, that, if you make good steps forward, a little slip up, you're back to the start again. So, I've got to prove to everyone again that, I can control myself, and that these things won't and shouldn't happen. It's simple as that.
Because that's what it takes a lot of time,
Oh, look, as I said, I think I've been really good with that sort of stuff for a long time, and I made a mistake. There's no doubt about that. There's frustration there. It was a spur of the moment, split-second thing, and that shouldn't have happened. It was just a mind explosion, and as I said, it looked really odd in the replay, and I certainly regret what I did.
Have you, or will you be making contact with Brent Staker?
Yeah, so I've already phoned Brett and left a message with him, so I haven't heard back from him or anything like that. So.
It should look bad. You realise how bad.
No, it was a split-second sort of thing, and I suppose when the replay came up and I heard the crowd's reaction, it definitely looked ordinary, and it certainly surprised me that how it turned out. It was, as I said, it happened so quick, and frustration and the quick second sort of the way it happened was, it surprised me.
Barry, what you say that some of your younger fans would have finalised you that wasn't?
Oh, I suppose that's why we're here. It's, as we've said many times, unacceptable. Not only for our footy club, but for footy in general. It's it shouldn't happen. We've got a lot of young kids in New South Wales trying to grow the game. We can't have incidents like this setting the game back or giving a bad name. So we're here to play some music and tell people it's not acceptable at all, and never will be.
So you didn't have to spoke about that. What do you think you're going to be out for?
Oh no, look, that's not up to me to decide. As I said, I'll take my medicine, whatever they think's fair, and it's pretty hard to defend my actions. It's there in black and white, and there's not much more I can say about it.
So the Eagles played rush the defences of their teammates. What did they say to you at the time when they were pushing you around the court?
Yeah, well, they obviously probably didn't see the incident, but if one of my teammates got whacked like that too, I'd be the same. So I certainly understand their reaction.
So it's not about you standing here and telling us that it was worse than it really was, because you didn't mean to hit him, your hand got in the wrong place, something like that. I actually put it out, so I got him when I meant to do it.
Yeah, I got him. I certainly didn't want it to be that severe, that's for sure, but as I said before, if you put yourself in that situation, I threw a punch. yeah, it hit him. Did I want it to be hit him as bad and him being off the rest of the game? No. But as I said, I put myself in that situation. I'll cop whatever comes my way.
You look like you've got a pretty solid book. You still have 1 2 box next to you there. Is that how it was? Look like Roos and you had a bit of concentration.
That's not true. That was probably your report, actually. Hawley hit a hamstring in the first 10 minutes. Hawley had done a hamstring in the first 10 minutes. I hadn't seen the incident because I was sitting on the bench, and the doctor said to me that he wants to go back on. He's pretty keen to play. And so I went up to him and asked him how he was feeling. He said, a little bit sore. I said, what do you want to do? He said, yeah, look, I'm keen to keep on playing. So that was in relation to an injury, because I actually didn't see the incident at the particular time.
Can you confirm your risk of broken and that's been sort of 5 past?
Look, it looks that way. We'll get X-rays in the morning, and that'll depend on whether we're going for an operation tomorrow afternoon. It all hinges on the X-rays in the morning at this stage.
How much would that normally put you up?
I'm not sure. I think a broken wrist would be probably 4 weeks, I'd say.
All right. Well, Barry Hall is up there in Sydney. And I think what they're opening themselves up to is a really harsh penalty, rather than a moderate penalty of, say 4 weeks. I reckon by coming out on the front foot like this and apologising and not...
Did he apologise, Brian?
Not saying in any way that, that he didn't do it. But I reckon they're setting themselves up for 6 to 8.
That sounded to me more like Barry Hall came to face the questions now rather than later, but he didn't actually go through the process of legitimately apologise.
There wasn't a legitimate apology, but he did say, I'm sorry for my actions.
Yeah, he knew he was wrong on what he did, but I kind of thought it would be more about, I've let down the Swan supporters, I've let down my teammates, I'm sorry to Brent Staker, this, that and the other. He just said, look, I'll cop on the chin, I know what I did, it was wrong, but you're right, and then he was basically there to answer questions.
But don't you agree that they've set themselves up for a huge penalty here? I reckon they've actually opened the door to the AFL to say, hand me whatever you want.
No, I think that they knew, Brian. I saw it last night, and then the more I saw it on the replays, it just looks bad. It's not something we want in the game. At a minimum, I said straight away, and the consensus was, we opened the lines on the Duncan line last night, average 6 weeks minimum.
The other thing I don't understand, Shorter, is why do they keep talking about the hamstring? Well, two things there. He obviously hadn't done a hamstring.
No.
Because it was left up to him whether to go on. Now, maybe he felt a little twinge or cramp or something, but he hasn't torn a hamstring because the doctors and the physios wouldn't let them go back on the ground, Tommy, would you?
Yeah. And physically, you can't.
Yeah, and you don't get asked, do you feel like going back on when you've done a hammy?
No, it's right.
So I don't understand what the relevance of the hamstring is.
I think Paul Roos has tried to defend that because this morning there's some vision where he was talking to Barry Hall at half-time. You reckon he was talking about that injury rather than saying to him, anything about the actual incident, which has probably happened.
Well, you do anything. I mean, if you're a club in that situation with one of your star players, you do anything to create some diversion or a distraction, just in the hope, and that's all it is, the hope that it will water down the suspension, because I do think it'll be a tough one.
All right, we're going to take some calls on the other side of the break. We're going to take a break here, but Carlton have won today over Collingwood, by the way, by 23 points, 17 goals, 9, 111 to Collingwood 13, 10, 88. We're going to take your calls on the other side of the break. Some more text messages going back into the rooms to have a chat with Doc. So there's plenty more to come on Triple M Football. Thanks to Vodafone. Triple M rocks footy.